everyone, Tina here, and today I'd like to talk about sets and Venn diagrams. In this video, I want to talk about the essential skills you'll need for sets and Venn diagrams if you're doing both the Foundation and the Higher GCSE courses. Let's start by thinking about what are sets. Sets are a collection of items called elements. These are essentially just things. Sets can be described in a bunch of different notations, but here are a few common ones that you might come across. We could have set A equals 2, 4, 6, 8. So in this case, the elements are the numbers 2, 4, 6, and 8. We could also have set A equals, and then in words, even numbers between 1 and 9. Third type of notation is set A equals x colon x is an even number between 1 and 9. They all mean the same set of numbers, but just described in slightly different ways. One thing they all have in common, though, is the curly brackets. And if you see curly brackets, this is a giveaway that we're talking about sets. Another piece of notation which is worth talking about is when you see something like x and then this symbol A. This symbol here is similar to the Greek letter epsilon, and it means x is a member of A. So in this example, x equal to 4, for example, would be a member of this set A. Now let's talk about Venn diagrams. So Venn diagrams are a diagram that have a rectangle and then 2 or more circles in it to represent the different sets in the question. As an example that we've got here, we've got this symbol here is equal to odd numbers between 0 and 20. This symbol stands for something called the universal set. And this is essentially the group of elements that will be in the Venn diagram. In this example, the universal set is odd numbers between 0 and 20. So it's a good idea to write out what all of those different elements will be. In this case, it will be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, and 19. Then we've got set A, which is defined as prime numbers. So within the universal set, the prime numbers we can see are 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, and 19. Set B is defined as the factors of 10. So again, within this universal set, the factors of 10 we can see are just 1 and 5. Now, if we were to fill in this Venn diagram using the information, the best place to start is always the part where the circles overlap each other. So this will be the elements that are in both sets A and B. And in terms of what they share in common, the only number there that is in both sets A and B is the number 5. So that can go in the middle. I'm just going to cross off 5 from our list so we know that we've dealt with it. Now we can fill in the rest of the circles. So maybe starting with set B, the only thing left there to fill in is the 1. So we can cross off 1 from there and there. And then set A has 3, 7, 11, 13, 17, and 19. Let's cross those off. 3, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. So now anything that's left can go in the rectangle part because that's still in the universal set, but not within the sets A and B. So what's left here is 9 and 15. And then we can cross those off and we know that we've got everything. Now let's talk about set notation and use the Venn diagrams to help us understand visually what's going on. So if we're talking about just the set A, that will be anything that's inside the A circle. If we're talking about just set B, similarly, that will be anything that's inside the B circle. Next, if we've got A with a dash next to it, the way we read that is the complement of A, but what that really means is not A. So basically that's anything that is not in the A circle. So if we highlight that, that will be all of this section, not A. If we've got B with a dash next to it, we read that as the complement of B. And again, what that really means is not B. So you're looking for anything that's outside of the B circle, including the rectangle bit on the outside. Next, we have A, this symbol B. We read that as A intersection B, and that means the middle part. So the part where they overlap each other. Now, a good way of remembering this is that intersection symbol looks like a sad face. So if you want to, you can remember this as a sad face, meaning that not everyone is included. It might make more sense when we look at the other one. So the other one is A and then this symbol B. We read this as A union B, and this is basically everything inside the circles. So everything in A or B or both. And again, the way of remembering it is that symbol looks like a happy face. So the happy face means everyone is included. Okay, so now we've spoken about sets and Venn diagrams in general, let's take a look at some examples. Example 1. Students were polled on whether they liked maths or English classes. The results are displayed in the Venn diagram below. And then it says, what is the probability that a student liked maths. Liking maths means those students are going to be within that maths circle. If we just highlight that there, we can see that that's 24 plus 5, so 29 students out of the total. So let's work out the total number of students. So that's just going to be adding together all the numbers in the Venn diagram, and that gives us 50. So we can use that as the denominator for our probability answer. So 29 out of 50. Part B, what is the probability that a student did not like English? So that's going to be everyone outside the English circle. So that's your 24 there and 4 there gives 28 out of 50. And then finally, what is the probability that students selected a single subject as their preference? So this doesn't include the people that chose maths and English. It's only these 24 people who chose just maths and these 17 people who chose just English. And together, 24 plus 17 gives 41 out of 50. Example 2. A survey of 36 pet owners was undertaken. 2/3 of people said they have a dog. So straight away, I'm thinking, let's make a note. That's 2/3 of the 36 people, and that is 24 people said they have a dog. Now, this is all before I've read the rest of the question and set up the Venn diagram, but it's worth just making a note of things as you notice them. 8 people have a dog and a cat. 10 people have only a cat, and 2 people have no pets. Complete the Venn diagram using the information provided. We need to set up this Venn diagram. I'm just going to put the universal set symbol in the corner there, and then I'm going to label this circle as dog and this as cat. Now we can go back through and put some of the information in. 8 have a dog and a cat. That will go in the middle there, 8 people. 10 people have only a cat, means we're going to stick a 10 there. 2 people have no pets. That means 2 needs to go on the outside. Now we can use that information that we had up there about the 2/3 of people having a dog, because we know that overall 24 people need to be in the dog circle, and we already have an 8. So let's work it out. 24 take away 8 is 16. That means 16 needs to go there. That's it. Completed a Venn diagram. Example 3, we're given some information about a universal set, and then A is even numbers and B is factors of 10. Part A, we need to complete the Venn diagram. We've already got the universal set written out, which is great. Let's write down which numbers from that universal set are the even numbers in set A. So that will be 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Set B, factors of 10 from that original list will be 1, 2, 5, and 10. And now we can have a go at completing the Venn diagram. First of all, looking for the overlap part. So what do they share in common, sets A and B? I can see they both have a 2, so let's cross that off. They also both have a 10. Then it's up to you how you want to fill it out, but I would say definitely try to do the circles first. So either the circle for A or the circle for B. Let's do the circle for A first. So 4, 6, and 8 need to go in there. Cross them off as we go along. And then the circle for B, we just need a 1 and a 5, cross them off. I find that crossing them off is really helpful because then you can see what's left. And in this case, we've got 3, which wasn't placed anywhere, 7, and 9. And that's done. Part B says that a number is chosen at random from the universal set, and we want to find the probability that this number is in the set A intersection B. So remember, this is the sad face. Not everyone is included, means we only want to look at the overlapping part, and that is 2 numbers out of the 10 that we had altogether. So the probability will be 2 out of 10. Last example, and we've got 3 circles in this Venn diagram, sets A, B, and C. Part A says list the members of A intersection B. That's the sad face scenario. Not everyone is included, so it's just the overlapping part of A and B, and that looks like 3 of the numbers. So 3 numbers, and those are 3, 1, and 8. In this case, it's not a probability that they want, they just want us to list the members out, so there we are. And then it says a number again is chosen at random from the universal set. Find the probability of B union C. So that P on the outside is read as probability of. Then we've got B union C. That's the happy face scenario. Everyone is included, so I'm just going to highlight all of B and C. And if you count how many numbers are in that green highlighted section of B union C, we have 10 numbers. So the probability will be 10 out of however many numbers there were altogether, and that is 12. That's it for now. If you found this video useful, please do remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And do share this with anyone else who you think might find it helpful. Thanks, and see you next time.